Also, I will devote more time for the betterment of the school. So lastly, I will thank all the teachers, respected officers, for giving me such an opportunity to hold as a prefect of Government House. Thank you, Manana.
Thank you, Cadet Singlen. Now, after the house captain, I would like to call upon the discipline in charge of the school, Cadet Sanatra. Cadet Sanatra.
Good evening, everybody. Respected Principal Ma'am, Principal Sir, Registrar Ma'am, Registrar Sir, beloved teachers, my friends, and my dear brothers. First of all, I would like to seek forgiveness from you all, as you might be seeing me wearing these white socks. You all might not be knowing. Just few hours only I came back from my home. Just I got a call from Saraju that today, this evening, there will be this investiture ceremony. So I just called up my father, who is out of the station, and then I just came together along with him. And all my socks, these things are being washed at home. So there is no black socks for me to wear. So I seek forgiveness from the school regarding this, first of all. And I'm very much thankful to the school for being appointed me as the discipline cadet in charge of discipline. And guys, I will be very strict regarding discipline. At the very first day, I am saying this, that I will be very strict regarding discipline of the boys of our school and myself too. Discipline is very much important in one's life. Without discipline, even if you are very good in studies, even if you are a very good sportsman also, without discipline, you might not be able to survive in this world. So from this school onwards, you'll be going somewhere, like you may be going to some other country as a very big officer, these things, but without this discipline, it is, I think it is not, you will not be able to stay nicely, even if you have lots of money, these things. So from these small things, we have to learn, we have to inculcate this sort of discipline in ourselves, so that we'll be a respectful person.
Now I would like to call upon the school captain, Cadet Rosa Iran, to give a speech in connection with today's ceremony.
Principal Sir, Registrar Ma'am, Registrar Sir, my gurus, my dear friends and brothers. To start with, I am very much thankful to all the people who are present over here for having supporting me all these days, all these years, ever since I come here in this school. And today that I stand here, putting 4 steps on my shoulder, I owe all these values, I should say, to this entire lot who have supported me. And my own personal experiences of 6 years stay in the school, I am definitely sure I can do something different. But the fact is, I cannot say anything, but only my action have to speak. I got lots to say, lots to do, but I better prefer my actions to convey greater meanings than my own words. So beyond the call of duty, at any time, any part of the day, I will ensure that I give the best of what I can to fulfill the utmost desire and dream of our principal, sir. That is, I will make sure that everybody gives a smile every time. Thanks.
To give a speech in connection with today's
case. Winners don't do different things. They do the same thing differently. I repeat, winners don't do different things. They do the things differently. Whichever field we touch, Sainik School in Fall is going to be a winner in all the aspects of life. And therefore, there is a need to do the things differently. That precisely is the reason that you are having our investiture ceremony, which is being conducted in a very, very different manner. A ceremony which is conducted with a military-like precision, and the boys and the girl who's sitting in front of you, they are the ones who are going to run this institution and not me. They are the ones who are going to run this institution. As a father figure of this Sainik school, I look upon my cadets to be my real strength. I would like all my cadets to remember one thing. We are a big family. I will repeat this sentence once again. We are a big family. And this sentence is not that something which I am speaking new. This is a fact of life, and this is what we keep speaking every now and then. Each and every cadet knows about it. But the problem is that sometimes our actions are different from whatever we think and whatever we do. We do say we are a family, but then we do not behave like a family. Some of us sometimes do the things which are not appropriate as far as our family atmosphere is concerned. I would like each and every cadet of this school to understand very, very clearly, this is your home away from home. Please remember it every time. And therefore, it is your responsibility, the responsibility of each and every cadet of the school to conduct himself in a way that he should be very proud that I belong to a good family. And this precisely is the determination of these young boys and the girl who's in front of you. They are the ones who will be leading the school towards greater glory, towards more sophistication, towards more competence, towards higher level of elegance, towards greater happiness, towards higher levels of smiles on the faces of everybody. While these appointments will be doing this task, it is the responsibility of each and every one to cooperate with them. I come down to the first appointment, that is the class captains. My dear boys and girls, please remember, the moment you come to the academics block, you are into one of the most secret shrines of your religion. It may be a temple, it may be a mosque or a church or a gurudwara or any other religious place. But do remember, the moment you walk into the academics block of your school, you are into the most secret place, and therefore due respect has to be given to your classroom. Overall discipline in the class, and you cooperate your class captain in the maintenance of discipline, hygiene and sanitation in the classroom. Classroom must look a place where every boy and a girl should feel like moving in. Next I come to the prefects. Again, an onerous responsibility on them. Onerous, colossal, big responsibility on the prefects, because they will be having a large number of boys under their control. And this is where the prefects have to be very, very careful that they got their brothers under them. So they must treat these brothers with dignity, with love and affection. At the same time, it is the responsibility of each and every cadet who is under his prefect to give utmost attention to the command of his prefects. It is the responsibility of each and every cadet to give due respect. The cadet quartermasters, again, they got huge responsibility on them to improve the conditions in the mess. We will be too happy to have suggestions. We will like to involve the cadet quartermasters in the overall running of the mess. Whatever suggestions come from them for better service, for better cleanliness levels, hygiene levels, nutritious food, variety of food, whatever suggestions come from them, we will be too happy to implement them. I am sure they will be putting their minds together and they will be helping the mess in proper running and also in better quality of food. The day scholar captains, girls and the boys, of course, they have got the duties cut out for them and I am sure they will contribute there. Next, I come to the house captains. They have already made their resolve clear and I am very happy to hear their resolve. They have decided that there is going to be a very fierce competition between the houses in all competitions, both sporting as well as academic and also co-curricular activities, cultural activities. There is going to be a very fierce competition and we all boys of Sonic School, you have to be competitive. You should not give it easily. You must compete fiercely. A point which we have to remember is that we should be very, very fierce competitors, but we should also be gracious when we lose a competition. That's very important. We must compete hard, but we should be very graceful when we do not make it in a competition. That is the time we have to walk up to our competitor and we have to congratulate him for having done better than us. Of course, the resolve should be, next time I'll be better than you. That's the kind of competition you have to generate. All your house captains who are sitting in front of you, each one of them is a highly competitive boy. Each house captain has got a vision which he shared with us. I'm sure the house captains will provide right kind of a guidance to their houses. And as I said, winners do the things in a different way. The same thing they do in a different way. So I'm sure they have learnt the lessons, they have seen the other house captains performing in the past, and now they will take a new leaf and they will give a right direction. As the captains of the ship, they will steer their ship towards glory, towards greater heights. The cadet in charge discipline, Sanathoi has already highlighted his vision about the discipline in the school. Absolutely correct when he said, if you don't have discipline in your life, well, you're doomed. My dear boys and girls, this is a fact of life. Some time back, I was talking to the same class when they were in class 11th, and I spoke to them about discipline. And when we talk about discipline, it's not only marching from point A to point B in a smart way. Well, that is part of discipline. but discipline has got a very large meaning. When we say discipline, there should be personal discipline, or social discipline, financial discipline. We must cut our coat according to the cloth. We should not overspend. That is financial discipline. And I gave them an example of Michael Jackson, the king of the pop, the man who used to fly in personal aircrafts, the man who had a ranch of 25,000 hectares. 25,000 hectares must be 5 times bigger than the size of Imphal city. The man who had his own runway in his house, that kind of a money he earned. But where is he today? He is a broke. Why? There was no financial discipline in life. There was no social discipline. We in Sainik School in Fall, we are trying to inculcate the right kind of a discipline in our boys, and this is where the cadet in charge of discipline, he has made his vision very clear. As far as your school captain is concerned, very correctly he has brought out actions speak louder than words, and he will give the right kind of a direction to everybody, all the cadets. My dear cadets, all these boys who are sitting in front of you, you can pick them up as role models. Remember one thing, you are students of an exceptionally good institution. I will not use the word elite. I will use the word exceptionally good institution. This is an institution which believes in sharing and caring. This is an institution where brotherhood is the way of our life. So, in this atmosphere, each one of you has to grow. Each one of you has to bloom into a vibrant and a wonderful human being in times to come. So you have to prepare yourself now. You got a wonderful atmosphere, you got wonderful boys in front of you, and this is the reason I keep repeating one sentence I will not hesitate to repeat today also. And that sentence is, each one of you is a blessed children of God. You are in a blessed institution. Therefore, responsibility is on you to nurture yourself, nourish yourself, and shape yourself so that in times to come, you become a happy man, you become an exceptionally competent person, you become a very, very high achiever of whom your parents, your school, your loved ones should be proud of. I take this opportunity to wish each and every appointment a wonderful time ahead. I wish all the best to each and every appointment, and I look upon them to be the harbingers of wonderful times in the school, and I would like these boys to perform and perform exceptionally well. On behalf of each one of you, I wish them all the best. Let us give them a huge round of applause to all the appointment holders. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now may I request the principal, sir, to have a photo session with the appointment, sir, please.
first two sides, then we join.
Ready? One more. Ready? One from side.
Rastagan, suruh ke!